everyone. So we are that much closer to cocktail, so I'm going to beg your patience. I want to ask the group a question, and there is a bottle of wine in the offing for a correct answer. So show of hands, who understands or who knows what Vitruvian refers to in our name, Vitruvian Networks? Can you say?
Vitruvian, the guy from...
Okay, great. So 4 people knew what Vitruvian referred to. Okay, after this talk, I have a bottle of wine for you if you like. It's a nice Southern California blend. Thank you. So Vitruvian Networks is a company that is now only. We were founded in April, so we've just, this is our first MESA meeting. We're delighted to be here. Many of us on the team have been here in prior years in other capacities, but this is our first year here at the MESA. So this slide really just captures essentially what we've been hearing echoed throughout the meeting today and in past years here at the MESA meeting. I mean, we are finally at this incredible moment in history where there's a convergence of technology and science, and we actually have real outcomes, real curative outcomes, and along with those outcomes are all of the systemic problems and lack of industrialization in the field to really support and enable this remarkable science. So here's our problem statement slide. This is essentially, again, many of you live and breathe these problems every single day, so don't need us to pontificate on them, but we come in here at really an end-to-end view on solving in a very systematic way the key problems to commercialization of these therapies. So starting with the first component, our end-to-end software layer, this really is the connective tissue that starts with diagnosis all the way through the manufacturing suite, back to point of care in infusion, and then even beyond infusion to patient monitoring, because we all know these patients will need to be monitored for the rest of their lives. So that's the software component of the solution. We also have a set of very deep cell therapy manufacturing expertise on the team. We provide this expertise in connection with implementing our software, but also in setting up, designing, planning, operating CMO GMP-grade facilities. So that's another piece of what we offer. And then we also have, in still very early proof of concept, but we have devised an approach we think could help really standardize the QA/QC bottleneck, again, that many in the audience live and breathe every day. I think throughout and connecting all of these pieces are the integrated data analytics. There are a number of use cases not beyond just process optimization and right selection of therapy for right patient at right time. But we think this data layer that accumulates, again, through the end-to-end system is really valuable and increasingly valuable over time. This is our kind of a view down of ATAS, which we call our ArmtoArm system. Again, thank you, the Da Vinci reference to the perfectly dimensioned human. We think of our software as also beginning and ending at the diagnosis all the way through infusion and monitoring. I think you can see here reflected in this slide, we really are the connective tissue here. I think the API integrations are key. This company was founded and within the GE Ventures platform, so some of our colleagues are here in the audience. But we are very much an independent and agnostic platform. So in addition to GE, you see some of the other tools providers, leading tools providers in the field. We are connecting up to all of them over time. Again, we seek to be the sort of smart plumbing behind the scenes that very much interacts with and integrates with all the right systems that are very much customized to each of our clients. So I think it's really important to stop for a moment and say I think the reason that we started this company was, first of all, the problem is so rampant and deep and so complex. But we really recognized that we needed to draw from a whole variety of hybrid set of expertise outside of cell and gene therapy in order to really devise a truly industrializable solution. So this is just a reflection of some of the screens that we've developed, and we are now, in situ with a customer. So these are actually actively going to be in use. But I think it reflects kind of our ethos and some of even our aesthetic around user design. And I think this is a real hallmark of the company. This is yet another way of kind of, we think, the evolution of this field. We've been waiting for this moment, many of us, for a very long time, where we're finally at the point of commercialization. And we see there's a lot of work to do in terms of standard setting. We seek to be a driver in that standard setting effort. Obviously, meetings like this help very much in that regard as well. But we see this as a multi-step, multi-year process where we ultimately arrive at this end-to-end vision. This is just a quick kind of snapshot of the company. I think, as I mentioned, the experience is extremely diverse and broad, and we span science, technology, policy, deep manufacturing expertise, and some of our key partners. Mayo Clinic is one of our founders. I already mentioned GE Healthcare and GE Ventures, the Parker Institute, and a few other customers we're not at liberty to mention at the moment. So that's it. Any questions? I think I actually have time if there are any questions. Okay, great. Thank you. Thanks again for your...